Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be talking about limited edition makeup products. So I've had this idea for a video in mind for a while and I've been writing stuff down, I've been planning it, but I don't know why for some reason I've just been having a lot of trouble explaining this to you guys. I feel like you guys might not understand what this video is about. I don't know, but we're gonna try again today and we have that connection, so I know you guys are gonna understand me this time. So like I said, we are going to be talking about limited edition products. I went through my makeup collection and picked up some limited edition products, and I figured that this would just be an interesting video. So basically what I am trying to get across to you guys is I'm going to tell you if the limited edition products are worth hunting down or spending that extra money if someone has it posted on their Depop or on their Poshmark. And I know a lot of the times if limited edition products aren't available anymore, a lot of the times people will go ahead and jack up the price if they buy an extra one and try to sell it and stuff like that. So basically I'm going to be telling you guys, are these limited edition products worth it in my collection? The headache of trying to hunt it down or the extra money you have to spend because people are greedy and want to make a profit off of limited edition makeup. So
just a quick disclaimer before I get started, because I forgot to mention this in the beginning of the video. I'm not trying to advise you guys to buy used makeup or anything like that, but I know there is a huge market for it on Depop and Mercari or eBay, like I said, but I just want you guys to be smart about how you shop, and I'm not trying to be like, definitely go buy used makeup, but I just want to tell you guys what I think is worth it. You just have to be smart about the process.
I really hope that that makes sense to you guys. I feel like this could be somewhat of a helpful video, and it's just been something that I've been wanting to do for a while. So definitely let me know if you guys like this video and want to see more like these, and let's just go ahead and talk about some limited edition products. So one of the things that first came to my mind when I was planning this video was instantly the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Gold Bar. This I picked up when I wasn't super into makeup, but I just remember this was like all the hype, all the rage. Such an inexpensive brand was coming out with a gold bar. I believe that this was $4.99 or $5.99, and I think I missed a couple restocks of this on Wet n Wild, and when I finally did, I bought 2 of them because I thought it was going to be the best thing ever. And honestly, to be completely honest with you guys, this really let me down. I feel like it's pretty. The gold color is a little off for my skin tone. As you guys can see, it's definitely more of a deep bronzy gold. It's not the perfect color for my skin tone, and the formula on this is very almost like a satin highlight. It's not a really beaming highlight. So overall, do I necessarily think that this product was worth the trouble that I went through to get my hands on it? No, I don't think I would recommend it to you guys either. This isn't something that's being sold for a crazy amount of money on Mercari or eBay or anything. I believe they're selling it for maybe $8 to $10, which is still expensive for this, but definitely something that Wet n Wild released that is 100 times better, that you won't have to fight for, are their new Mega Glow highlighting ones, and these ones aren't limited edition, and this one is in the shade Golden Flower Crown. This one just has so much more of a metallic finish. It is so much nicer on the skin, especially for my skin tone. You guys are gonna see this one just pops off my skin tone a lot more. It's a little bit of a brighter gold. It's definitely more wearable, at least for my skin tone, and overall the formula on this is just a lot nicer. It's not as powdery looking. I find that I have to build the gold bar up a lot, and then it just gets kind of powdery looking and like it's actually sitting on my skin. The Golden Flower Crown just sits on my skin so nicely, but it melts in, looks like a glow from within. So I definitely wouldn't waste your time trying to get your hands on the Mega Glow Highlighting Gold Bar. People were just so amazed with this. They were like, oh, it has that little slide out mirror that I honestly can't even get out half of the time. I don't know. Oh, here we go. I was just really not impressed with this. It feels really cheap. I gave my second one away because there's no way I'm even going through this one. So I definitely wouldn't waste your time or your money trying to get this, and I would go for Golden Flower Crown. So the next thing that I want to talk about before I get into palettes, because I have a lot of those, this is the Becca Champagne Split with Prosecco Pop by Jaclyn Hill, and then the Amaretto Blush. I really have been liking this, you guys. This is something that I find I get a lot of use out of. Amaretto is like my perfect shade of blush. I don't think that these are available on Sephora.com anymore. I did just go online and I did see that on Becca.com they do have Prosecco Pop in stock. So definitely if you want to get your hands on Prosecco Pop as a single, you can grab that. I'm not sure about Amaretto though, but overall, if you guys are really looking to get this split, they aren't available anymore, so you will have to do some research, do some digging, kind of see where you can find it. I know a lot of people are probably selling this used, which I guess it depends depends. I know a lot of you guys like to buy used makeup, a lot of you guys don't, but I definitely think that if you could find this at a reasonable price from someone you trust, that you know it's authentic, that they could prove authenticity. I mean, I really like this. I definitely don't think that I would pay $50 to $60 for it, but if they were selling it for like $20 to $40, I would definitely get it, because I believe that this was $30 or $35 or something like that. I'm just here to tell you that this is definitely one of the limited edition products that I would buy again if I ran out, and I definitely think that it is worth it. So next I have a couple of limited edition eyeshadow palettes that I have to share with you guys. Definitely limited edition palettes are something that just sucks me in, that I'm so drawn into, that I feel like if I don't get it right now, I'm just gonna miss out on it, and I just get so sucked in. So the first one that I want to talk to you guys about is by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is their Shadow Couture World Traveler palette. I remember this was one of my first eyeshadow palettes, and I absolutely freaked when it came out and I got my hands on this. And I also did have the Maya Mia palette, but that is something I sold on my Depop. I didn't love that one as much. I definitely love the Shadow Couture. If you are a collector of makeup and a collector of Anastasia, this is something that I definitely recommend looking into if you just want old school Anastasia. This just reminds me of when I got into makeup. This was one of my first palettes, like I said, and it has a lot of those old school kind of Anastasia shades in there: Morocco, Fudge, Noir, Azure, Bellini. I just remember using these so much and thinking that this was the best palette ever, and it still is a really great palette. The quality of this is really nice. Of course, you're not going to get this for brand new anymore, and if you do, I would probably say it was fake, just because this is such an old product. Again, this is another limited edition product that I'm gonna have to say it's just definitely worth having in your collection and going that extra step to hunt down if you have already been looking for it. I just want to say that I'm not trying to encourage you guys to buy old makeup or used makeup or anything like that. I definitely would be smart when researching limited edition products. I would definitely sanitize your products once you receive them, even if the seller says that they're already gonna sanitize them. Just things just to keep it sanitary and clean and everything like that. But just to me in general, this Anastasia palette is definitely something that if you're an old school makeup collector or a collector of Anastasia, I personally love having this in my collection. I feel proud to have this in my collection, so I definitely think if you guys can hunt this down, that it is worth it, at least in my opinion. It is so pretty, and it definitely, at least for me, has a lot of sentimental value. I feel like I really taught myself how to use eyeshadow with this palette, and I just love it. I think it's a really great addition to my collection. Another palette that was really popular back in the day was the Morphe and KathleenLights collab. I feel like I got this palette years and years and years ago, and looking back, maybe it came out 2 years ago. It's not even that old, but I feel like this was one of the first things that kind of grabbed my attention about Morphe, because I loved KathleenLights. I feel like Morphe wasn't as huge at the time, and this definitely grabbed my eye. So when I look at this palette, I don't get that excited. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I love Kathleen. I really liked this palette when it first came out. Is it the best quality ever? Definitely not, but I don't get that excited when I look at this palette. Again, it's something I like having in my collection. It's a collector's item. Now that I have tried this palette, would I feel bad if I had missed out on it? Probably not. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. It's just not my absolute favorite. Some of the shades in here are very unique and I don't have a lot of in my collection. Like, this was one of the first like pukey brown colors I had. This bright tealish green is really stunning, and this one right here is a dupe for MAC Nylon. But like I said, having tried the palette, having playing around with it, if I didn't have it in my collection, it wouldn't be something that I would go out of my way to try to get my hands on. It just doesn't excite me that much anymore, and like I said, I keep it for collector's purposes because it was a Kathleen collab and I love Kathleen, but I don't think that this is something that I would advise you guys to go out of your way for unless you're like a diehard Kathleen fan and you need anything Kathleen and everything Morphe. But this definitely wasn't my favorite limited edition palette. So I would definitely say that probably one of the most controversial limited edition collaboration products was the NikkiTutorials The Power of Makeup collection with Too Faced. So I waited a little bit to get this palette after it came out because you guys know when something is coined limited edition, it's going to be on the market at least for a month or 2 months or whatever if they do go ahead and restock it. And I just knew that since NikkiTutorials had such a huge fan base, Too Faced would want to make money and they would definitely restock this time and time again. So I waited a couple months, and then my mom ended up getting this for me for my birthday. I asked her for this, and to be completely honest with you guys, a lot of people didn't like it, but I did actually really enjoy the quality of this palette. I really do like the packaging. I really like the idea behind this palette. I think that Nikki did a really great job at making everything cohesive. This was a really awesome travel palette for me for a while. So if you guys don't know, this is what the palette looks like right here. I have a lot of mixed feelings about this palette. This was definitely something, like I said, that I loved when I first got it, but just hearing about everything with NikkiTutorials and Too Faced, I'm not going to get into it. You guys can go probably watch a drama video. I want to keep my channel as drama free as possible. I find it hard to use this just because I almost feel bad using it in a way, and I feel like after hearing what Too Faced did, I'm not really sure if I want to really promote this and tell you guys to go get it, even though I really did like the quality of this a lot and I did like the colors. The only thing that was a dud for me in this palette was Champagne Truffle. And I just rubbed my finger so hard in there and I barely get any payoff, and it's weird because this was modeled after one of the eyeshadows that Nikki liked to use as a highlighter from the original Chocolate Bar palette, and this just has so much less pigment. So overall, I did really like this palette. I did get a lot of use out of it. I didn't think the quality was terrible. I think the main problem with this palette is inconsistency, because my palette was really good, but I've seen palettes that were really bad, some other palettes that were really good, some palettes were kind of mediocre. I definitely think Too Faced messed up on the consistency of these palettes. I think that if you release something, it has to be good and consistent across the board. And also, like I said, just about the drama, it's just not something that I want to be promoting on my channel, and just not something that I'm drawn to use anymore, because I'm just kind of over Too Faced at this point. So definitely let me know what you guys think about this palette. So just basing this palette solely off of quality and solely off of the color scheme and versatility, I definitely like this palette a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I got a lot of use out of this palette and I continue to use it despite all of the drama going on. But like I said, I don't really want to get into the drama too much, but it's personal preference. If you guys think that you are going to get use out of this palette and you want to use this palette solely on the color and the versatility and because it has blushes and bronzers, I think it was a really good deal, and you are also getting the other things with it, like the liner and the Better Than Sex and the glitter, which is really pretty. But if you guys just don't like it and you don't like Too Faced, then I think it's something that you guys can skip on and you wouldn't miss. So this one is just a little bit hard for me to decide on, and I can't really tell you guys what to do at the end of the day when it comes to stuff like this, so I definitely would leave this one up to you guys. And the last thing that I want to talk to you guys today regarding limited edition products is the Kat Von D Metal Matte palette. As you guys can see, this palette is amazing. This is something that I'm going to right off the bat 100% recommend to you guys, and I think that it is worth it if you didn't have the chance to get your hands on it. I know that this was a little bit pricey and people are probably selling this way more pricey than it was, but I definitely think that if you are a lover of Kat Von D, if you love fun and colorful makeup looks, and if you're just an avid makeup collector, I think that this is something that you guys might want in your collection. If you are looking into it, this is me telling you, yes, I definitely think you should go for it. You guys got the metal and then you got the matte. She's a creative genius, I know. And this is what the inside looks like. I definitely think that this palette speaks for itself. You guys have all of your neutral shades. You can definitely play it a little bit softer, a little bit more safe, or you guys can add some pops of color, do a really fun look. You have a really great white, a really great black. It's just an awesome palette. So I definitely think if this palette is something that you've been trying to get your hands on, I definitely would keep trying, because it is a really great palette. It is awesome and I love having this in my collection. But if you guys do want to hold off, I do believe that Kat Von D is working on the Metal Matte 2. I've heard, oh, I almost dropped it. I cannot see it being any less amazing than this. So that is an option for you guys as well if you don't necessarily want to try to make that extra step in going to get this one. Alright you guys, so that is going to complete this video all about limited edition makeup and my thoughts on them. I really hope that you guys enjoyed, and I really hope that what I was trying to get across to you guys came across clear. Basically, I just wanted to tell you guys my thoughts on some popular limited edition makeup that was no longer available anymore. So if you guys were thinking about maybe getting it from someone who was selling it, spending a little extra money, or if you were wondering, like, is it worth me going that mile to track down this product? Do I absolutely need it? I really hope that my reviews and my opinions helped you guys. Definitely let me know if you guys like this type of video. Like I said, it was something that I had been planning and I was kind of unsure about, but I really want to know what you guys thought and if everything was like clear and it was helpful and everything like that. So with that being said, if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up because it helps me out, and also make sure you guys are subscribed before you leave because I would love to have you guys here. Definitely make sure you guys click the bell so you are notified whenever I upload a new video. If you guys want to see all of my videos, that would be awesome. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and of course I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.